Turns out it's a darn good thing the Atlanta Hawks have 2 days of rest before Game 2 of their Eastern Conference playoff series against Brooklyn. They are banged up, to say the least, after last night's Game 1 win. Was it just me, or was it a little too close for comfort for Hawks fans? Al Horford hurt his pinky late in the game. He says he doesn't know if he'll be able to go for Game 2. And Paul Millsap made just 2 of his 11 shots as he continues to recover from that bad shoulder.
You know, the reality is Paul's probably, finding his rhythm a little bit, and he will, So, I think we just keep on working our system, and I'll give you the lines that we always give. Move the ball, play with the pass, play with space, play with pace, and just keep on finding someone else.
Good news is Hawks still have 48 hours to get well. Game 2 not until Wednesday night, 7 p.m. tip at the Highlight Factory. Braves are in New York, where they will start a 3-game series with the suddenly first-place Mets tomorrow night. Braves trail New York by 1.5 games. They were off tonight and still managed a loss. Reliever Andrew McKirahan, well, he's going to miss the next 3.5 months or so. Suspended 80 games by Major League Baseball today after testing positive for using a performance-enhancing drug. He had pitched in 3 games so far with a .415. He's the 5th big league pitcher in 25 days suspended for PEDs. Feed Your Face night at the lake, all you can eat. Green Jackets opening a 3-game set with the Charleston River Dogs, down 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Not anymore. John Riley going to single back through the box. Aramis Garcia is going to score. That tied the game at 1, but the River Dogs got 3 in the top of the 9th to come back and beat the Jackets 5-4. And do not adjust your sets. Tim Tebow is back in the NFL after a year off doing TV. He made it official today with this pick on Twitter. As you know, Twitter official in sports is sort of like Facebook official in relationship. He is a Philadelphia Eagle, which is interesting because the Eagles already have 4 quarterbacks on their roster, which makes you wonder if they have a quarterback in mind for the former Gator. Hadn't played in the NFL since 2012. Patriots cut him before the 2013 season. Spent last year as a college football analyst with ESPN, which said tonight he always has a home here when his playing days are over. And if that doesn't work out, Tim, even though you're a Gator, you always got a spot here at Channel 6 if you like.
It was nights I didn't want to live, days I didn't want to eat.
Chris Commons seemingly had it all. A hometown hero from Toledo, Ohio, top scorer and academic all-conference selection, leading nearby Findlay University to the Division II Elite 8 his sophomore year. Until that night in August of 2005.
We ended up going out, drinking, end up smoking, doing a couple bad things, and they end up getting caught up in some robberies, and I got caught up with them. They were in my vehicle, all the evidence was in the car, so I got in trouble with them.
Chris was arrested, charged, and convicted on 2 counts of second-degree robbery. He spent nearly a year in prison.
It's not like TV. For me, it was a lot difficult. I'm sitting in jail with, grown men, real men, that's talking about guns, drugs, stuff I really don't know nothing about. First thing I'm thinking is my life is over. I've shamed my family, and honestly, I just wanted to die.
When Chris was released in September of 2006, more than 50 schools expressed interest in him playing basketball. But one by one, they all backed off after learning of his past. All except one.
USC-Aiken ended up being like my last hope. Just coach got contacted me.
I found that to be, a very sincere kid who really just wanted another opportunity to prove that he could play, and that, he made a mistake and he wanted to correct those mistakes.
I'll go there if he can get me in. That's all I told him. If you can get me to that school and get people to believe in me, I'll be there.
And a 6'8" junior forward from Toledo, Ohio, 2-time Peach Belt Player of the Week, Chris Commons!
His impact on the court at USC-Aiken can be measured in stats. Leading scorer in the Peach Belt, 2-time Conference Player of the Week, leading the Pacers to the best start in school history.
Basketball number 24, Chris Commons!
His impact off the court is immeasurable.
We all make mistakes, and you need somebody to believe in you and to give you that opportunity to change your life.
If we never give anybody a second chance, how are we going to ever grow up? How are we ever going to grow as people? You always got to keep faith. No matter what you're doing, When times get rough and you think you're never going to make it, it's a light at the end of that tunnel.
Did you know that no one's ever won the Masters in the par 3 tournament in the same year? I'm just kidding. It's actually like the most overused stat in all of television sportscasting, but it is true. And so, you know, who knows? Maybe you don't want to win the par 3 tournament. It is par 3 Wednesday today at Augusta National Golf Club. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from earlier this afternoon. And we had our cameras on the second hole. Well, one of our cameras on the second hole anyway. And some of the most fun today, the big three, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer playing together. 13 green jackets between them, and Player nicely done at the second. He actually finished 1 under today. Not bad for a guy playing his 50th Masters. One of the more fun things at the 7th, Miguel Angel Jimenez letting his son take the putt from the fringe. Down it goes. But everybody shows up on par 3 Wednesday for the holes and one. So far, we know of 2 of them. This is Rory Sabatini at lucky number 7. All good things to those who wait. Ace for Sabatini at the 7th. David Toms also had an ace at the 5th. And Mark O'Meara is the lucky or unlucky man, as the case may be. He is your winner of the 2007 par 3 tournament. Mark O'Meara at 5 under par. The 1998 Masters champion wins this year's par 3 tournament. And an update on Brett Quigley, the former South Carolina Gamecock golfer. You remember yesterday he had to leave in the middle of his practice round. His wife went into labor. He flew home to Florida last night. We are happy to report that at 2:55 a.m. this morning, his wife Amy gave birth to their first daughter. And check out this name, Lillian Sage Augusta Quigley. That's right, getting the name in there. And Brett is now going to fly back here tonight in time for his 2:03 tee time tomorrow afternoon to tee it up in his first Masters.